Welcome to The Explainer. I am so thrilled you're here today because we're going to tackle a topic that, honestly, usually makes people groan. I mean, let's be real. Nobody actively wants to spend their entire afternoon waiting in a DMV line that wraps all the way around the building, right? But listen, we're going to make this absolutely painless. If you've just moved, you already have a million boxes to unpack. So today, we're setting the stage for a completely stress-free guide to handling your Delaware DMV paperwork right from the comfort of your couch.
Seriously, imagine never having to step foot in the DMV just to update your address. Stay tuned to save time and simplify your life. We all know moving is a massive hassle. It's exhausting, but the Delaware DMV's online portal is literally the ultimate solution to check this major administrative task off your list in just a few minutes.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our quick roadmap for today. We'll cover why you need to update your address, what to gather before you go online, the actual online process steps, some troubleshooting and FAQs, and finally, your next steps to officially complete your move. Let's get to it.
Section 1. Why update your address? The 30-day legal requirement. Now, you might be wondering why we're starting here. Well, this isn't just about making sure you get the right junk mail delivered to your new house. 30 days. That is your magic number. Delaware law explicitly requires you to notify the Division of Motor Vehicles within 30 days of moving to a new residence within the state. And that clock, it starts ticking the exact moment you establish your new primary residence.
And here is exactly why you shouldn't put it off. Under Title 21 of the Delaware Code, dragging your feet on this update is considered a statutory infraction. Basically, if you fail to notify the DMV within those 30 days, you can actually get hit with a $50 to $100 fine. It's a really simple administrative rule, but ignoring it can unexpectedly hit your wallet, and nobody wants that.
Which brings us to a massive misconception we need to clear up right now. A lot of people think, oh, I filled out a change of address form with the post office, so my DMV records are magically updated too? No way. They absolutely are not. Updating your address with the USPS does zero for your DMV record. You have to do them completely separately. Section 2. Before you go online. Prerequisites and required documents.
So, I want to make sure you have everything you need right in front of you before you even open your web browser. That way you don't have to go digging around for your wallet halfway through. To use the digital portal, you'll need to create or log into a secure Delaware My DMV account. You're going to need these exact 3 pieces of info to verify your identity: your current driver's license or ID number, your date of birth, and the last 4 digits of your social security number. Grab those and you're good to go.
Section 3. The Online Process Steps. A step-by-step guide.
Now for the fun part. I'm going to act as your digital tour guide through the MyDMV portal, so you know exactly what to expect. And this brilliantly illustrates just how fast the process is. It takes literally a few clicks. Step 1. Log into your MyDMV account. Step 2. Navigate over to the submenu labeled Driver ID Services. Step 3. Click on Change Driver's License or ID Address. And Step 4. Simply enter your new physical and mailing addresses. Boom! It really is that straightforward.
And here's a cool little feature. Once you type in your new address, the portal system actively works to protect you. It automatically runs your entry through an address validation engine to verify the formatting against USPS standards. This essentially catches any silly typos before they ruin your digital record, ensuring your info is flawlessly updated in the state system.
So, the crucial point is this. Updating the database does not trigger the printing or mailing of an updated physical driver's license. I really want to emphasize this. Doing this online updates your legal digital record with the state, keeping you perfectly compliant and saving you from those fines. But a shiny new plastic card won't suddenly appear in your mailbox just because you clicked submit.
And here is the why behind that rule. Because of strict federal Real ID security standards, the DMV cannot simply mail high-security physical ID cards to an address you just quickly typed into a website. It's basically a measure to prevent identity theft and mail interception. So, while the online update keeps you 100% legally compliant within that 30-day window, if you actually want a new physical card with your new address printed on it, you will need to visit a DMV branch in person. But hey, the great news? That replacement card is totally free as long as you hand over your old one.
Section 4. Troubleshooting and FAQs. Solving common issues.
Let's proactively solve a few hurdles you might face depending on your specific living situation. This is definitely one of the most common questions the Delaware DMV gets. Can I use a P.O. box for my update? It's a totally fair question, especially for those of us who rely on P.O. boxes for secure mail delivery. So here is the state's official rule on that. P.O. boxes are strictly prohibited for your physical residential address. Delaware law says you have to prove the actual physical location where you sleep at night to maintain your registration validity. However, the system is kind of flexible. You are absolutely allowed to use a P.O. box in the separate mailing address field if you need your actual mail routed there.
Okay, let's look at another logical question for viewers who might be, a little behind on their DMV paperwork. What if my Delaware license is already expired? Can you still use the online portal just to fix the address really quick? Unfortunately, the answer is no. The online shortcut is a fantastic tool for sure, but it only works for valid, current credentials. If your license is already expired, you're locked out of the online address update feature. An expired license means an unavoidable trip to a physical DMV branch to handle your renewal and your address change at the exact same time.
Now, what if you're dealing with more complex life changes? Say you recently got married or divorced, you just moved, and you need to change both your legal name and your address all at once.
Whatever you do, please do not rush this process. Doing it out of order will actually result in an automatic rejection at the DMV, which is super frustrating. Step 1 is always updating your name with the Social Security Administration first. Step 2, you absolutely must wait 48 to 72 hours for the national database to sync up with Delaware's local systems. Only then, for Step 3, can you go to the DMV in person with your marriage certificate or court order to update your name and address simultaneously.
Section 5. Next steps and conclusion. Completing your move.
As we wrap up, there's one last critical piece of the puzzle that almost always gets forgotten in the absolute chaos of moving your vehicle. Updating your driver's license is just step 1. Your vehicle registration must also be updated to your new address, otherwise you risk getting pulled over with mismatched records. Fortunately, this also has to be done within the same 30-day window, and you can do it right inside that exact same MyDMV portal. Just navigate over to your My Vehicles list, update the address for free, and get this, you can even print your new vehicle registration card right from your home printer. Before we completely wrap up, I need to read this mandatory disclaimer verbatim. Please note that this information is accurate as of the creation date of this explainer and subject to change. Always verify details with official state resources. And that brings us to the end of our explainer. Your personal records can be seamlessly updated online in just minutes, saving you a dreaded trip and keeping you perfectly compliant with Delaware law. But is your vehicle registration next on your list? Don't leave your moving checklist half-finished, guys. Log into your MyDMV account today, take control of your records, and enjoy your new home with total peace of mind. Thanks so much for joining me, and happy moving.